Welcome to The Explainer. Let's just jump right in, because today we are looking at a literal masterclass in modern digital leverage. We're going to deconstruct exactly how creators are building massive, highly profitable media channels completely from scratch. And get this, they're doing it without ever stepping in front of a camera, without buying any expensive gear, and without even writing a single word of their own scripts. 7.5 million. Take a second to process that. That's the view count on a single upload from a channel that only has 13 total videos. And remember, there is absolutely no on-camera host. While a lot of traditional creators, they struggle to scrape together a few hundred views after months of grinding, these tiny, highly optimized channels are suddenly pulling in millions of views in a matter of days. And well, that leads us directly to the end game. $56,698. That is the estimated monthly revenue this exact entirely AI-driven workflow is capable of generating. So we're no longer just talking about a neat technological parlor trick here. We are talking about a highly lucrative, scalable business model that literally anyone with a laptop and an internet connection can replicate. So here's the exact blueprint we are unpacking today. 1. The faceless AI phenomenon. 2. Ideation and viral hooks. 3. Script and voice generation. 4. Prompting the visuals. 5. Editing and optimization. And finally, 6. The system in action. All right, part 1. The faceless AI phenomenon. So why does the algorithm absolutely eat this stuff up? It's simple, really. When you mix high-interest topics, think deep psychology or historical mysteries, with great narration and constantly moving visuals, viewers just stay glued to their screens. And high watch time is exactly what the algorithm rewards. But to get that algorithmic reward, you have to shift your mindset. You've got to move from the high-friction world of traditional filming to a streamlined, zero-budget digital factory. The traditional method is just bogged down by expensive lighting, camera anxiety, and days spent agonizing over a script. The AI workflow, it replaces all of that with a structured master prompt document, prompt chaining, and digital asset generators. It removes the human bottleneck completely. Moving right along to part 2, ideation and viral hooks. Figuring out what to actually make your content about, well, it relies entirely on letting the data take the wheel. You literally just grab your initial prompt from a master document and paste it into the free version of Claude AI. Claude then spits out 20 potential ideas. But here is the magic part. You aren't guessing what works. Claude actually assigns a virality score to each idea and explains exactly why that topic has massive potential to blow up in the algorithm. And hey, if nothing catches your eye, you simply rerun the prompt for a fresh batch. It's that easy. Which brings us to part 3, script and voice generation. Okay, so once we've got that proven, data-backed idea with a high virality score, we feed it right back into the machine to build out our narrative. Grab prompt number 2 from the master document, head back to Claude, and here's where the control you get is just incredible. You actually set your target length. Want something punchy? Ask for 900 words. Want a deep dive? Go for over 2,000. Claude will instantly generate a highly structured script, complete with a psychological hook, smooth transitions, and a killer conclusion. I mean, this stage condenses an hours-long research and writing process into literally seconds. Once it's done, you just paste it into a document, strip out any of those weird AI headings, and it is ready to be read aloud. Next, we take that cleaned up script over to an AI voice tool like 11 Labs. But hey, quick pro tip for you right from the source. Do not, and I mean do not, paste your entire 2,000-word script in all at once. Process it in small paragraph-sized sections. This is absolutely crucial because it ensures you maintain total control over the AI's vocal quality. If an inflection sounds a little off, you can just regenerate that single sentence rather than wasting time redoing the whole entire thing. All right, part 4, prompting the visuals. Now, before we start generating any images, let's look at the whole tech stack. This right here is your digital assembly line. You can see how the text output from Claude AI feeds directly into free visual engines like Pipit AI and Flow AI before finally resting in CapCut for assembly. It is just an incredibly elegant, interconnected ecosystem of tools that are either entirely free or amazingly cheap. So how do we actually get the pictures? You use Claude to write the prompts for your image generator. It's wild. You paste your script into Claude, 1 paragraph at a time, and it reads the scene to write you a highly detailed visual prompt. You then take that prompt, drop it into Pipit AI or Flow AI, making sure to select that 16:9 aspect ratio, of course, and boom. This repetitive loop is really the beating heart of the whole system, transforming every single paragraph of your script into a cohesive, highly detailed visual asset. On to part 5, editing and optimization. With all these digital assets perfectly generated and sitting pretty in a folder, it's assembly time. You drop the whole shebang into a tool like CapCut. Now the audio voiceover, that is your absolute foundation. It's the backbone of your timeline, and everything else bows to the audio. You drag your images down, sync them right to the spoken narration, and then, by adding some simple motion effects, maybe some subtle zooms, transitions, and those snappy auto captions, you instantly elevate those static AI images into dynamic storytelling that literally keeps the viewer's eyes darting around the screen. And right before you hit publish, we're going back to Claude one last time. Because Claude already knows the full context of your script, it can effortlessly spin up highly clickable thumbnail concepts, as well as a fully SEO-optimized listing. I'm talking titles, descriptions, hashtags, everything tailored for your specific niche. You leave absolutely nothing to chance here. Finally, part 6, the system in action. So, what does a piece of media from this assembly line actually sound like? Listen to this, that hauntingly beautiful script about the fallibility of human memory. It was 100% generated by this exact workflow. It asks you to picture a childhood birthday party, and then it slowly dismantles the reality of that memory. It completely proves that AI-generated content doesn't have to be some sterile, boring data recitation. When you prompt it correctly, it can be deeply resonant, philosophical, and incredibly engaging. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a thought about the sheer creative power of this setup. We have officially moved past the point where technical skill or expensive gear is the barrier to entry. The only barrier left now is your imagination. If an entirely free tech stack can forge an introspective journey into the human mind while simultaneously generating tens of thousands of dollars in a hands-off digital factory, what will you have it build next? Thanks for joining me today, and I'll catch you on the next one.